The Unit G that we have all the way at the end of the spine in the jail is our special place where people with special needs and considerations from our standpoint are placed. And those can be needs based upon their behavior within the facility, so it can be used as a disciplinary type measure, but it can also be a protective custody, the administrative segregation part of things. When inmates come to our facility, the very first thing that they are subjected to is classification. And classification is one of the basic things that we do, which determines where in the facility they're going to be placed. And certain individuals, because of their status as offenders, their status as what they used to do on the outside, high-profile celebrity-type inmates who might not be safe within the general population, gang membership, things like that. One of the things, when we talk about the care and custody of inmates, the safe care and custody, we have to protect the public from our population, but a lot of times we have to protect our population from other elements of our population. And it's a very valuable tool, not just as a disciplinary measure, but to keep certain people. If someone had been in law enforcement or a political figure, or as I stated, a celebrity, were to come into the facility, they may not be safe in general population. And if for whatever reason we make, through the classification process, a determination that that person would not be safe within our general population, we can segregate them administratively, put them into the G unit, and that's where they would be for their own safety, or as I said, for the safety of others around them. The typical day in the G unit is vastly different than it would be in any of our other units. The other units, most of the time, when they're not in their cell, sleeping or engaging in another activity, they can move around freely within the larger day room. The G unit is very different. 23 hours of the day, they are locked down in their room. 1 hour per day, they are able to get out, stretch their legs, walk around the common area, the day room, walk out to the recreational deck that's on the back of that, and take care of things like showering, things of that nature. So there is only 1 hour that they're actually out of that cell. Well, those inmates would be allowed 3 days per week, a 20-minute period in which to accomplish the task of shaving. They would be issued by one of the officers in the G unit, a razor blade with which they would shave, and then at the conclusion of that 20-minute period, the officer retrieves and inspects to make sure that he has gotten not just the plastic holder, but the metal blade that's contained within the plastic holder as well, and that's for security reasons. Yeah. Laundry is handled. We have capacity within the facility. It is like, as I've said in the past, a small city. Laundry is done within the facility, and 3 times per week, fresh uniforms would be given to those inmates. The uniforms that they were wearing would be taken from them and brought down to the laundry, the central laundry, for being cleaned, laundered, and returned to them. So that would be 3 days a week they get fresh clothing. Well, when things happen down in the G unit, which does happen from time to time, incidents take place, you want to compartmentalize and contain those. So as I have stated, the jail within jail concept, if somebody needs special attention within that G unit, it is sealed off from the rest of the facility, and everything that those officers would need, barring more manpower, is contained within that side room. So you've got the restraint chair, as you correctly point out, which is used to restrain inmates, prevent them from hurting themselves or others. You've got riot gear that could be deployed from that room as well, helmets, shields, and things of that nature. So the idea is that if something were to happen there, that it would be contained within that particular area and not spread. And the inmates in the G unit, as I have stated, run the gamut of people who are there for their own protection. But very frequently, when you have inmates who are so bad, so antisocial in their behavior, and so dangerous, that they are unable to be out of their cell without being shackled, for the protection of our staff. And that's important to us as well. It's, make no mistake, we say frequently that corrections is the toughest beat in law enforcement. I firmly believe that. But the gentlemen and ladies that work in our G unit are the best of the best. They really are experienced and the really top-notch correctional officers, because they are working in an environment that, the best analogy that I can come up with for your readers or your viewers who might have seen these types of things on TV would be the Silence of the Lambs. You get a Hannibal Lecter type inmate, and luckily they're few and far between, but they do exist.